Boodly-doo, boodly-doo, boodly-doo. Robert Federiconi. Robert Federiconi. Robert Federiconi. Oh my, it's him. It's Robert Federiconi, because that's how you say it. Federiconi, 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 Robert Federiconi. There's so many ways, oh my, it's him. Carlos Z 2020 didn't even know he's running, but I'll vote for him anyway, because he's a lot more fun than a guy that's in the office right now or the next. It don't even fucking matter, man. I know Carlos Z's the best. Yeah. You got my vote, Carlos Z. I'm going to vote for you. Put that down on old Trump. Don't make him have to do this shit. This is fucking horrible. Who wants to do this shit? I'll make him have to do it, dude. That guy's rich. He don't want anything to do with this shit. Fucking give that job to Z. Z'll handle it. All right. Welcome to the Good Job Buddy Show. I'm gonna be grilling tonight. Hold on, let me not blow this. Tonight. Walk in somewhere to get something that you have to have, kind of urgent, sort of on the emergency list, kind of. And then you think of something else when you walk in and forget the thing you came to get. I'm glad you're here. A lot to talk about, a lot to digest. So there's a lot to digest with what's going on the last 2 days, and I wanted to get in touch with you. I didn't know how, so I just figured I'd just go live. First of all, thank you for showing up on Sunday night for the biggest interview in the community, golly, in a long time. And thank you. You showed up, and I got some words about you because I saw the chat. I did. I went back and savored the moment, right? So let me wash this shit off. Carlos motherfucking 2020. See, hell yeah. Anyway, so I have an infection that developed over the last couple of days in my I'm probably gonna have to go get looked at. I don't want to because of I don't want to be anywhere near where they handle medical procedures right now. But fuck, man, I've played the fuck out of Connect 4 and it's still there. So I'm gonna have to try the next thing. I wanted the video to sit for a day before I went back and revisited the community cause interview from Sunday night, just so we're not used last video. And man, it was like a great introductory video. Like people who don't know him, if they ever stumble across it, will learn some things about him. People who knew about it, all that stuff, will still be able to take away from it that in the future, something's going down in Slab City, I can probably call on my buddy Kaz and he'll come up, or bring me up on his side. Even I think that we've built a relationship by talking to each other for a couple hours, and in doing so, I wasn't watching the chat. Now, that's not the first time that's happened. I exhaust myself with the shit that I miss, okay? I exhaust myself. Go. Pardon me. But I'll go look back at the chat. And I'll be like, fuck, man, you're missing some shit here, Eddie. And I am. But at the same time, I'm also, like, if I was watching the chat, I'd be missing shit over here, you see? Because there's not like dead air. We're just chit-chatting. And I apologize for what I missed in this last chat, okay? I need to be looking at it now because I don't even know that I have any actual moderators right now. I'm up late. It's late. I'm cooking steak late. But in the last chat, somebody was giving away people's information. And I saw it. I clicked on it immediately when I rewatched it and blocked everything, but I could still see it when I was rewatching it when they did it again. So I don't know how effective that's going to be. The video has been seen well over 1,000 times now. That's the pull of community cause, by the way. Man still has a lot of pull. And he was being real. I mean, let's face it, that's one of the top. I mean, him, Cornelius Van Gogh, these are the people who are leading the way as far as slab YouTubers. And, it was as real as it gets. And I got sort of fucking sidetracked with it, okay? I got, like, I'm not going to say starstruck. I'm not going to say that. But I was a little starstruck in a way, kind of. Just because... And man, like, I'm not saying, like, I don't realize it's a guy living in the desert. I realize it's a guy who's lived longer than me, who's spent the last 6 years. That's a key point, because 6 years from now, I'll be his age. He has spent those 6 years, the 6 years I'm about to face in my life, living in those conditions. And something about that, not just him living there, but also rising above that. And this is no knock on Alien, man, but Alien to me always seems like he's in a jam, like a real fucking, holy shit, is he gonna live? Is he doing too many drugs? I don't know. I don't know anything. It's hard to understand him, so that's just my opinion, all right, about Alien. And the difference with Cause is he seems to really fucking stand alone, in the middle of all that. Like, okay, so it was 130 degrees. He almost died from it. He went to bed under the stars from fucking one side of the world to the other. Just, whew. Soon as the sun sniffed the air above them, they get up so they don't have to be in all that heat and get the shit done they got to get done. There are times when I wake up and he's already been on for fucking an hour, and I'm like, fuck, man. The guy gets up before I do. All right, so I respect the fuck out of community cause. I respect the fuck out of that man for still being alive. So there's that. And when I have that, I get a little bit inquisitive, or I want the real me as much as possible to come out so that they can kind of get who I am, like know me too, man, like hear where I'm coming from, hear where I came from, why I even poked my nose in this community to begin with. Was what? Because of shit he's doing. What Mike Dibble was doing. I was just at the very part of the where you poke your fucking head in interest and be like, what's going on in this world? It's off the grid stuff. And then whatever happened in between those last 2 years happened, and he finally came on, and I was definitely, what was great was that his camera looked better than mine. It's fucking great. I love it. Because that's what I mean. Like, he's taking it levels up. on YouTube from the desert. So there's a computer store that I can walk to a mile away. If I can't do anything, they'll tell me. I pay them the money and they just tell me. They just say, click, clack, they have this, that, and the other. Cause has to solve all those problems to be able to even come on and do what he does. So, simple as I'm fucking impressed that man is still alive. And way to fucking go. And I'm a fucking fan. So, and I don't always agree with him. Just like every other person in my life, everywhere. Okay? We're not always going to agree on things. Doesn't mean we got to fucking hate each other for it. We got to stop making ourselves the enemies, by the way. We got to stop this shit. We're not our own enemies. The moment some other thing from somewhere else becomes a threat to this nation, a real threat, the moment that happens, watch how fast we're all on the same side. Watch it. Overnight. So, this is just for fun. Trolling each other shit, I get it. Mike Dibble's biggest fan. Evan made his video here recently appealing to you for, and Evan, if you're out there, come on up, man. We always do this to each other. I did come up the other day for you. You know, that's true. I did do that. I was in the grocery store even with my mask on, distracted, all that shit. I did come up to chit chat with you. I can't see. And here's the thing, dude. I know you're not heartless because I talk to you on the phone and shit for what it adds up to, you know, double-digit hours time spent just chit-chatting with you. So I knew all that shit. And then you came on and started doing your new who you are thing, which inevitably you say was to bring attention to the fact that Mike Dibble set up or was not guilty or whatever. And when we made our first fucking truce, I was like, okay, I get it. I see what you say. I see where you're coming from. That's fair enough. Let's wait this out. Let's wait this out together. But you ain't never stopped. You ain't never stopped. Man, you claim some kind of credibility, homeboy. I want you up here. I like you. You know I like you. Think you're fucking funny. Dude, the other day, I was listening. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I got a little horny. I'm sorry. Let me calm myself down. All right. The other day, I was listening. I wasn't watching, but I was listening. And I think it was live. I don't know if it was live or not. But I guess he was eating and riding along. This is like a week ago or so. He's driving along and eating something. And I thought, okay, that you know how when you swallow a burp, when you're trying to take a drink of soda and you swallow like a burp also, and it feels like you swallowed an egg. And it's like your heart's gonna explode, and you're like, "Oh my God, stop all of this!" I thought that was what was going on to him, right? He was like, "Oh, hold on," and the sounds he was making and everything made me think in my mind that he was like had swallowed an air bubble and like was like doubling over, and I was out in the middle of the fucking road laughing my fucking ass off because it happens to me too, right? So you're very personable when you want to be. And even though that's not even what actually happened, something else actually happened. I don't even remember exactly what did happen. But in my mind, because I thought that's what you were going through, you were so fucking funny. Sometimes you'll laugh when you really, really laugh, not the fake laugh you do when you're trying to pretend you're better than people or whatever. But when you really laugh, your laugh is contagious. It's fucking hilarious. You remind me like if I was in the room with you and there was like 12 of us, right? You would be the one kind of upside down in a beanbag, you know, like sucked into it a little bit, almost like the beanbag was a black eye pea, right? And you're the black eye of the pea. You're like sunk into it, so comfortable. And you start laughing at the jokes on stage and everybody in the room laughs because you're laughing, because your laugh is that contagious. So, think about what I just said, because I'll need to watch this back because I don't even know what I just said. Oh, and my son played this guitar last, so this could sound great. Hold on here. You know, I think you got the point. The invite's out there. I'm gonna stop talking about my boyfriend. Oh, Robert, come on. Look, man, here's the deal. I think that Evan is a pretty fucking smart person and very funny, witty, like you sit down and talk to the dude, we're just talking about whatever, and the shit that comes off the top of his head is probably A1 sauce for comedy. I think the same thing about Community Cause. I think the same thing about Big Nick Digger, and I think the same thing about Sean Talley. Sean Talley's got like old man jokes out the fucking ass. Like he read every old man joke book there ever was. And it doesn't matter what situation you're in or what you're talking about. Sean Talley is going to drop. Oh, and when I say Sean Talley to some of the newcomers, that's smart ass. But he's going to drop an old man joke on you. It's coming. He's good at it. They're funny the way they come in too, man. It's not like it ain't old man delivery. It's just old man joke. Good job, buddy. Show. Yeah, which way you go. You can drink us with a beer, you can stick us in the air, we'd be right by your heart. Good job, buddy. Show. Have a seat, man. There you go. Stick your thumbs in the air anywhere you dare, girl. You'll be doing your part. It's a Good Job, Buddy show. So anyway, thank you to Digger for the guitar. Thank you to Community Cause for the interview. Thank you to Slab City News for the fun. You know what I mean? Like for the creativity, for the challenge. And, thank you to the Real Fakers No More for the info. This has been a blast. This has been so much fucking fun. Like for 2 years almost, this community has come to life. Imagine what Mike Dibble is about to walk into if he does become free in this community. The amount of voices that are just everywhere now. It isn't like it was. If he does, the dynamic of this community is going to change. If it's what Evan's explaining, there's going to be fence riders, and I get that. I don't even want to talk about that. I'm just talking about if he returns. How crazy that's going to make this. This shit's going to pop. So anyway, Jose Sanders is down here. I'm going to bring him up. I'm a fan of Jose Sanders, and I know it's him because I see the dog.
You know I have to give you shit like you give me shit, bro. Yeah. You're cool.
No, you can give me shit, man. It's all right, man. I give you shit for. There's a reason I'm pushing on you. I'm like your big brother. I gotta do it, man. Gotta do what I see.
I like messing with you because you know how to keep it on YouTube. Everybody else wants to like fight you.
Oh, I know. Everybody wants to fight me, and that's fine, man. Nobody's ever gonna. I mean, Sam was just here. He didn't fight with me. Tommy's been here. He didn't fight with me. I've talked shit about both of them. Nobody wants to fight. When they see me, they don't want to fight. And that's fine. It's fine. I don't have to fight. In real life, I don't. You guys are my favorite people. I look for you every day on my phone. When I'm walking to the store, I go through my phone. I look for, literally, Community Cause, Cadillac Sam, Slab City News, Jose Sanders Journeys, Jezzy Too Much For You, Joanne 71, OJ Digger. I'm looking through all of the names that I can scrap and dude. Has anybody put a video out that I can listen to while I'm walking so that I can, create something off of your video that I can talk about? Did you say something provocative today? I'm looking for it. And if it didn't, I'm like, fuck it, there ain't nothing to talk about. But if it did, if something provocative happened on your stream and I catch it, I'm going to make something out of it, even if it isn't really anything. And I'm not going to say that it's the truth. I'm always just saying this is my opinion. And I want you to respond. I want you to fire back at me. For real. That's the whole point of doing it. I think what you're doing, dude, is pretty goddamn fucking interesting. Just so you know, you had me pretty much hanging on the other night when you were looking at some pigs in the woods. I was like, Please don't fucking go in the woods with this stranger, man. Like, I'm thinking you're gonna get your ass murdered on a live stream.
Oh no! I knew I wasn't gonna do that, but I was doing it for a suspense for YouTube.
Well, it fucking worked, and I appreciate it. But I'm also gonna call it like I see it, man. I do it with everybody.
But I also knew there was a water source right on the other side of that, because it was like about that much of grass, and then right on the other side was it was flooded. It's like a pond or something. But I'm sure that guy didn't realize that. So
Right.
I was also making that guy seem like I'm fucking gullible.
Okay. Well, because I thought he was trying to swindle you the whole time. Like, he thought he was gonna pull one over on you. He was looking at pornography on his phone.
Yeah, I know.
On the corner that you guys were corner to corner.
Yeah, because I was like this. I was showing it too.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it, and I just my thoughts that it was that you gave him your YouTube address, right? And by doing that, he could see your PayPal balance and things that we were saying about him. And I thought, shit, man, what if he's like sitting there and I'm fucking trying to warn Jose, and the guy's like, why is this guy think that I'm, and all of a sudden I cause a fight. So that's why I backed off. But that was
he gave his number out, but apparently people try to call it. It was fake.
No, I think somebody did get it right. You're right, though. He did. I wrote the number down and saved it because you know how I am.
And I was like, "Are you sure you want your number out there? Because my viewers, they have a reputation."
Yeah. I'm gonna actually try to do what I don't ever do, dude. I'm gonna try to see if there's something going on here that I need to block. I don't ever do this because I've got people working to be. Used to be one of my people. I guess we had a fight. I didn't know about it. I mean, I must have been really a good one that night. $10 says Mike doesn't give two fucks about YouTube while he's sitting in jail. Certainly. $20 says first thing he does is go to YouTube and gets out. It says stop sharing my home with Dave Nags. I'm turning in my grave. Okay, this is going to be somebody who is. Somebody's got to let me know what's going on. That's got to be something. So let me know, and I will do the proper thing. See, look at me working over here, bruh. I don't ever do this. I'm so distracted. My steak is burning. All right. Help me, GJV. Anyway, man, so I have questions. I've been watching. When you were in that campground, were you the only tent in that campground?
No, there was the other one.
Were you and you were flicking the light off and on? Was everybody sleeping at that point?
Yeah.
Do you think you were being loud? Did you think you were being loud? Because you talk loud, bro.
I do.
Yeah, I think I do.
And
sometimes.
the guy that was one camp over, he was still up. I could see him shining his light. He had like a bright ass light. But I'm sure that he's like, is this guy on drugs? Is this guy crazy? He's talking to a camera. He's talking to people. And it was like 2:30 in the morning.
What you're doing right now is the fucking trench work, the foundational work. If you want to be taken for real, all right, and you can keep doing this, someday you could be the dude that everybody points to that they say, that guy right there, we watched him for 10 years do this shit. And, he kept pursuing, kept getting through shit. Like, you could do this. My question to you is, do you have to do this? Or is this what you want to do, or do you have to do it?
I don't have to do it, but I do it because that's the only way of life that I really know. But I do get jobs here and there.
So are you kind of like a little bit like Christopher McCandless? You'll stop and get some money up?
Yeah.
You need to, kind of thing. Now, I said the other day I accused you maybe of possibly being in prostitution.
I knew you were just fucking around.
All right, so you are just kidding with us when you were talking about it.
Yeah, everybody thinks. My parents, my brother think I'm doing prostitution. I'm like, you guys are retarded for thinking that. I don't degrade myself.
Well, man, I mean, I think you got something going on here, and I think you could survive if you're doing what you're doing. You know, probably you might be making $80 to $100 a day on a good day, right?
Um,
All together with YouTube and with people handing you money
yeah.
on a good day.
On a good day, I can do about 100, but I've been like slacking.
Do you find it this time around, has it been easier for you to work with the public, whether on or off of YouTube? Like, I'm saying people walking, because I think you're very, like what I see, obviously you don't show us everything. When I see you live, I think you speak to almost everybody who walks by in some kind of way. Like even if you don't necessarily directly engage them, you say something on your live stream that might pick their ear as they're walking in the door. Like I see you kind of manipulating the crowd around you. Am I right?
No, I don't manipulate. I don't tell a funny story. Like when somebody says, "What's your story?" I was like, "I'm not gonna tell you a story because you probably heard it all. I'm storyless."
Well, I mean, what is your story though? What happened? How'd you have to leave your house this time around?
This time around was the trolls. My parents didn't want to deal with that dumb shit.
Were
I
they
don't blame
showing
them.
up at your house, at your parents' house? Was people showing up there or
No,
mail?
people were calling habitually, using prank phone numbers and shit.
Did they ever change the number?
No.
So it's still the same number?
So, well, they did change it, the house number and everything else. Yeah.
Are you on good terms with your parents right now?
Well, job wise, no, but I'm getting back in. They're talking to me more.
What does job wise mean? Do you work for
I
them?
don't have a job.
Well, I mean, as far as being on terms with your parents, though, do you work for your father ever or anything? What does your father do?
I'm not. They're both all retired.
Yeah, like I ain't trying to dig in your business. Um, but
They're retired.
how old are you really? What's your real
30,
age? You're 30 years old. What year were you born? Go.
89.
All right. All right. I believe it. So do you have that, have you ever been diagnosed with that disease that causes you to stay looking young,
No,
stay young longer?
it's just the formality. It's because my biological mom or dad, he was into drugs and the gang life. And what I was told by my biological mom, he stuck hair. I was basically a mule.
What grade did you stop in school?
12. I
Did
didn't
you fail
pursue
any?
college.
Did you
I
fail any?
graduated.
So you were on pace and everything with the same. You never failed.
Never failed.
Where have you? Did you ever get diagnosed? Oh, you dropped on me. Shit. All right, come back, Jose, man. Damn it, dude. Like, as soon as I'm like interested as fuck, you might hung up on me. Maybe I'm not trying to call him stupid. Just so you know, just wondering about the impediment with the speech. Like, is this put on off camera? Different. I'm just being inquisitive. I don't know. Maybe that was a little too much. Maybe I stumbled onto something. Oh shit! I am burning the fuck out of some steaks. I'll be right on, man. If you grab, I'm gonna interview everybody. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, I'm not Bob Costas. All right. 124. 141. All right, okay. Well, I didn't burn it. That's okay. Not too bad. I'll turn everything down a little bit. All righty. Okay. All right. Jose, hey, buddy. All right, man. My bad, dude. Had to manage a thing or two. Here we go.
Sorry
Hey.
about that. I froze.
Oh, okay. All right. Shit, man. I think I was asking an important question. I don't remember. You might have actually done enough to distract me. Well, so yeah, I mean, but you can get in touch with your parents if you need to. Y'all don't hate each other, right?
No, not really.
Well, how was the last day between you two? Like, did you have a fight?
We didn't really fight. They just said that I have to pack up and leave.
They wanted you back out on the road?
Oh, because I wouldn't leave YouTube alone. So
Oh, yeah.
about a year later, I got myself a phone and shit. So they can't right now. Right now, I'm actually using my own phone that I've got off the streets. Basically, I went to Walmart, got me a phone. Now I have I have full authority of what I do and what I can put on YouTube.
So they,
Beforehand, I couldn't um really like show my like excursions, what happens in my daily life, because they were too afraid that certain family members would see all this and they'd be like, why, you know, they'll get criticized. They're more about the image. I'm not. I don't give a fuck what people think. I'm not
you're from,
about
you're from Pennsylvania, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so is my family, and so is Amber's family. And Amber's family is a lot like that. They're from Western Pennsylvania. They're a lot like that. If you do something in public, man, it embarrasses the entire family. They come down on you. So I
Yeah.
get that. So you're just trying to branch off, but I mean, you're also 30. What are your plans? Is this it? Is what you have to do? You have to turn this into your life's work? Is this going to be your life's work?
Well, YouTube, I'm trying a little by little, but I basically like screwed up, and like I was too worried about the views. I wasn't getting the views, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna show um the potentials that I have within the YouTube realm." And I literally slipped. I got myself stuck in the mud, and so I've been getting a little bit more views and stuff, and I've been showing a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been back out?
Going on almost 2 years.
Since you left your
No,
parents'
actually,
house?
last November.
Yeah, this just like, okay, yeah. So
Yeah, about a year, almost.
maybe 8 months. We'll say 8 months.
Yeah.
So, so okay.
I've been attacked.
You went to Utah first. You got beat up out there. Now you're back. You went to Florida, and now you're going into Georgia, not Alabama. Which are you going to head to?
No,
Virginia or what?
I'm going to go through Georgia, and then make my way to Alabama and go down towards Gulf Shores.
That's where you want to stop. Is it Gulf Shores for a while for the summer?
Not for the summer, but like maybe for a few days. Show some of the different sceneries. Now, there is a from Alabama. I forget what part, but it's called the Eastern Continental Divide Trail.
Yeah.
I do want to hike that up to the Appalachia.
In North Carolina or where?
No, it's in Alabama. It
Okay.
goes through Alabama, and then it links up towards it's a brand new trail. They just got done it.
Oh, you want to hit
It goes
that trail?
through
See,
Alabama.
I think personally, the more trail hitting you do, the less fucking chance you're gonna be of being like huge quick. You might be huge later, but man, you staying out there right in the city, doing what you're doing around people all the time, always interacting with people, that's your key. That dude that you yelled at who was trying to fucking make money for his gas for his truck, like some fucking gold shit, bro. That those type videos, they go viral. So you're always out there in the public. In public, you don't never know any day what public might do. I think your way in your sweet spot is out here in the public.
Yeah. Well, I do need to switch it up, like show how relaxed my lifestyle is, and then sometimes I just fuck with people. Yeah, I could have got my ass whooped by that one guy.
How good are you on computers? Like, what's your how good can you just get in there and fucking? Are you a computer geek?
I'm not a geek, but I know my way around to like create like shirts, team merch, editing.
All off your phone, right?
Yeah,
So
and that's what I've been using all my YouTube career. I call it a career, but all my YouTube videos are strictly off of a cell phone or a GoPro, but it's edited via phone, nothing but a phone.
All right, and I mean, that's and usually from like a on the road spot, hotel room, gas station, or something.
Yeah,
do you sit there and edit at the gas station sometimes where you're sitting now? Do you just sit there and be editing, or do you have to get to a certain spot?
No, I just like charge up, and like now I have a solar panel, and well, I have to turn that off because it takes about 3 hours for it to charge. Sometimes if it's really dim, like the sun's being blocked, it'll take 10 hours, 5 hours. It depends on a clear day.
How many days in a row have you been wearing that outfit?
Oh, I've been wearing this outfit for a year, 8 months.
God. You got to have some clothes, man. Come on.
Oh, I got another pair of clothes, but I only used the clean clothes.
I noticed your waistband is definitely not your size. You have some fucking what are they?
It's 43. No, it's a 42.
Okay, 42.
Because I found out the more I go up, the less chances of it ripping. I rip all my clothes.
Dude, at some point, it's almost no point in even having pants on. Where in the hole between the left of the pants and where your belt actually is 6 or 8 inches.
You can see my underwears right now.
I mean, it's ridiculous, dude. You gotta have pants that fit you.
You can see my underwears. There's a fucking gigantic hole in it. I'm still wearing it.
I know, I've seen it. I fucking took a screenshot of it and showed it on that video. I was like, look at the man's pants. He needs pants. Like you probably scare people. They probably think he's about to pee on me. I mean, you're that close to. You're one move away from peeing. It's like this move right here. Ready? It's this right here. It's like a scissor move.
Yeah, I got the option to buy clothes. It's just that I gotta really save up my money to buy a new pack and a new tent.
Yeah, I'm not saying that nobody should send you money for clothes. I think that you said you had a post office you pay for, right? You pay for a post office box?
Yeah.
Where is that?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, dude. Will they ship it to you from there?
Yeah, I think.
So if we could come up with a clothes drive for you and just be like 7 different shirts with 7 different shorts.
I can only carry like 2.
I mean, these things roll up pretty small, man. T-shirts and shorts, they're real light these days. They're real lightweight. Maybe just 3. Maybe 3 of each. That way you can just have a little variety in your life. Because, I mean, if you said 8 months you've been wearing the same outfit, that shirt must just, when you're done with it, it must walk off of you. Like when you unbutton it, it just.
Hey, that's what dirty kids do, dude. They wear their clothes until they can't wear it no more.
Yeah, man. I think it hurts your donations. That's all I'm saying. Noticeable, dude. Noticeable. Noticeable, man. I gotta check my meat again, dog. Damn. So Voodoo is in Disney.
Florida, he's down there. Yeah, he's down in the south.
Right by you.
Oh, I got a tent. It's just that it's too wet and stuff up here. South Georgia floods. Too easy. Hashtag save Jose. Shit, I'm like, I'm at $47, and I got some cash in my pocket. I think I don't know, but I was trying to get a hotel last night, but fuck it, I can't spend all my money on a hotel.
How nice.
I would get an Uber ride, but that's $71.
Yeah, man, you don't need to do all that shit. What how nice is a hotel for you when you finally get one? And why do you leave the door open? What do you leave the door open for?
Oh, it's not open, but I don't want like it to
Anybody could just
smell.
anybody could push that shit right open.
Yeah.
I would, if I were you, I'd get in there and enjoy that air conditioning. Motherfucker. I'd get every hour of air conditioning they give you.
With the it's if you download the Motel 6, it's called My 6. It's a motel app. It's the Motel 6 app, and it'll cut like if you use their discounts, it'll cost like $56
For one night.
for one night. But right now, it's kind of useless.
Have you ever thought about hooking up with somebody on the road that you've met in YouTube, like Cadillac Sam? I mean, he comes to mind. I know he's not the right guy because he'll show you his penis.
There's another guy, but he's in fucking Alaska right now. He's actually a train hopper. He's old school.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be hopping trains, homie.
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh,
But I'll hang out with him. He got the same numbers as Cornelius.
Really blast off. Why don't you ask the questions then? I've shown you the link, you fucktard. Get the goddamn link and jump up here and ask the questions. Here it is, Billy Blastoff. You don't like my questions? There you go, homie. Hop on up here. It's not hard. It won't hurt your vagina. And fucking ask the questions yourself.
Yeah, I've been patching, or I don't have the parts with me, but
Did it not go up? God bless.
like little by little, it just like if it's humid or whatever the mildew, like that much of the tent post will like somehow it's pop off.
Oh.
So it's getting shorter and shorter.
What is, man? I got distracted by Billy Blastoff. There he is over there distracting me.
My tent post.
Tent post. So that's what's wrong with your tent?
Yeah.
So, all right, you are right now. Give us a geographical area that you're in without doxing yourself, so I can. Another question that Billy Blastoff will fucking hate.
That's pretty much the area.
No hotel. You're trying to get to Georgia. You're in Georgia. You're in Georgia now?
Yeah.
In Georgia. Trying to get some more Georgia in. And you got a broken ass tent. And you really do love hotel rooms. And what else? Oh, I thought I saw your backpack has a strap broken on, don't it?
Oh no! None of my backpack. It's starting to get holes in it because I keep rubbing against the wall with it.
Yeah. You have
Yeah,
carpal tunnel syndrome?
huh?
You have carpal tunnel syndrome?
I fractured my hand when I fell.
Masturbating?
Yeah,
Jesus, dude.
I jacked off too
How did
much.
you call masturbating? Where were you?
I don't know, in the woods.
What the fuck were you doing, man? That's crazy shit. You were looking for excitement. Get up in a
I'm just
tree.
joking.
Were you getting up in a tree trying to land it in a cup? Like,
Yep.
we get this shit in a cup. This is so
I was
exciting.
all it was all for Pornhub views.
Yeah, all right. So let's clear the air on that. Do you really have a Pornhub channel?
Yes, I do.
What
Fucking
is
smartass knows about it.
do you ever give your channel name out to people to go check it out?
No. So when people actually like say, I recognize you for somewhere Pornhub, they get all embarrassed.
What do you do, man? What's your category?
I'm gonna be like a nudist, basically.
You're a nudist?
Yeah, I started looking around on Pornhub, and I just typed in porn blogs and stuff, and I saw that you can be a nudist and people watch that shit.
Which means just being naked somewhere awkward in public?
Not in public. Well, you can call it public, but it'd be in the woods.
So just going out in the middle of the woods and filming yourself with no clothes on.
Yeah, just like YouTube.
Just like YouTube. Yeah, that's what I have 17 of those videos. Okay. So I'm assuming you've done this.
Yes.
What
Breaking camp.
have you
Naked.
have you have you I've got a lot of questions now. All right, have you ever been caught doing this by anybody in public?
No, because I
And
go deep in the woods. I make sure, like, if I'm going to do something stupid like that, I'll make sure I go a little bit deep. Like
what do
point
you do?
0.9, a
Do
mile.
you just take your clothes off and leave them in a pile right there in the scene and then like walk over and start fucking taking the camp down, or do you leave your clothes so far away that you couldn't get to them if somebody
Oh,
showed up?
yeah, I get to them. But I always I have a little leadway, like I always be behind my tent if it's still up.
Yeah.
So like if someone like is walking, like, they have no business walking because it'd be like a trespassing signs. Most of
Do
the
you
places that I be in,
do you set your phone up on a tripod and do it, or do you hold?
I don't have a tripod.
So you hold your phone like a vlog?
So what I usually do is prop, like if I can find something, or I use my bag most of the times and prop it against a tree, like I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
I prop it.
like that, right? Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're not naked. And so, all right.
You
I
want
was
me to?
wondering
No,
just because I'm like, I'm trying to imagine the angles and shit. I'm not gonna look this up. I just will never look this up. I do not know why anybody would think that this is something they would want to look at, but I'm trying to get the angle. Like, what's the angle? Like, maybe if you left your clothes so far away you couldn't get to them, right? If somebody showed up, then there's some sort of excitement there. I can't imagine any other reason why.
My tent has 2 doors.
And man, I'm talking about you or fucking anybody, Matthew McConaughey or anybody, just being naked in the middle of the woods would be something that if you're going on Pornhub, you'd be like, I can't wait to look at some person naked in the woods. So how much money have you made from it?
85 cents, almost to $1. I haven't done any kind of other videos.
Oh God, dude. Well, you definitely you definitely verified my thoughts.
It's harder to make money off of Pornhub, though. I mean, you have to know people in the Pornhub industry to make money. But
Right.
Breaking Camp Naked has the highest views, and a lot of people do like the naked shower scenes.
Yours?
I guess, yeah.
Hey, who's the real one down here? I don't know who the real one is. I have to know who this is to bring him up because oh wait a minute, I know who he is. I know who he is. I can tell now. Hold on. I'm bringing you up. I know who you are. God damn. This I think there's the exact same three people we had up last time I did this. What's up, dude?
Oh, that's Tyke.
Yeah, I could see it.
Whoa. Okay. Well then, damn it, I didn't want to like. First off, good job, buddy. May I?
Man, it's all yours, dude. All yours.
Jose, I know that that's really you right there that I'm looking at. And I just want to say, or actually, I just want to ask in regards to everything that I know and you know that you've said and done towards or about me. To sit here right now and to hear in the same within 51 minutes, you live on the road. You've admitted that you kind of tell people that you're younger than what you are to be able to help your situation. And
No,
then
I've never
you
lied about my age. Don't even go there. Don't put
but
words where it's not
you
supposed to be at.
I'm just saying within this video, and then at the same time you bring up going into Pornhub, which brings up kind of a alarming situation and lets me kind of look into somebody's values. Last time me and you spoke before you started and chose to attack me,
You
you
attacked me.
befriend.
I'm out of here later.
Oh, no, Jose, don't do this. Don't do this. Fuck.
Well, shoot.
So what the situation was, I'll just say it because obviously I was dealing with some legal issues with ransom videos that were placed upon my children and other legal aspects before Jose left his parents' house. I was, I guess, doing things on my channel that by telling people like the investigation that was going on, and somehow he intertwined that into his issue, and then it turned into where somebody that was a family member was a cop, and he had like cease and desist orders or whatever sent out to people. I never received one, but yet next thing I know, he just totally went on and caused a whole bunch of shit inside your guys' community, and that is how mainly me as a real person got wrapped up into this community. Yes, my brother is my brother, but I only did him a favor trying to help Cadillac Sam know that me or my brother were not the ones trolling him.
All right, can we pause that thing for a second here, Tyke, with me for a second? And I've really always wanted to just talk with you and just talk to you about your, now without invading your privacy. What is and how is your relationship with your brother changed over the years? Biologically, are you guys mom and dad brothers or half?
Yeah.
We have a lot of halves in my family.
No, me and him are our only full brothers.
Full on brothers. And
Yeah.
how far apart in years are you?
We're 13 months apart.
Wow. Okay. So y'all grew up competitive as fuck.
No.
No?
No. My brother kind of grew up, like per se, you know, like keep in mind our age or whatever, but per se, like the cowboy style and the drinkers, the people that would drink and you know go to rodeos and do. By the time I was 14, I was already locked up and put away into foster homes, and like I was the more, you know, bad gangster or whatever they wanted, like that type.
What happened? How did that happen, man? I mean, you're a kid.
But,
How did you end up at 14 getting incarcerated?
surviving.
Them streets. Was that a choice or was that by need? You know, like
It was by a. It was by. It was by what life gave you and provide like. It was what life gave you, and you had to do what you needed. Like it was a better way. Like my brother always had the ability to, you know, make friends better than I did. Like that's just a fact. So there was a time where like he had the ability to go to friends and stay the night and do certain things which helped him cope in a different way. I dealt with it, my coping in a different way, but the environment was the same.
y'all's parents were okay too? I'm being invasive as fuck, man. But I mean, was there any abuse or any of that kind of shit? Were you targeted?
Well, so we mainly grew up with just our single, like, our mom was married, but our stepdad was a truck driver and he long hauled like all the time. And he did everything to make sure the bills were paid, and he was home maybe 2 days a week. Sometimes he'd be gone for 3-4 months at a time and come home for like 5 days and then go back out.
Yeah.
And factually, our mom had an addiction, and yeah, so she kind of like, it was like a single, but she was married, and when our stepdad was there, we knew that, yeah.
Right. So it was a loose. I got you. It's kind of loose guardianship, if you will.
Yeah, if it tells you anything, my mom, my brother actually got arrested at the child CSD office for child abuse. Like, I think he was, I don't know how old. I think he might have been 14 or 15 maybe. But
Uh,
if that tells
Sean,
you the level of like the kind of stuff, and it still goes on even as of being like, I don't care what people say, and I don't want to really like. I have my own relationship with my mother. I have my own relationship with my brother, and they have their own relationship. But I choose for myself to protect myself and have a better mental health and safety in my life to not have any communication whatsoever with my mother. I went a year and a half until the trolls somehow made my phone ring to where my mom was on the phone, and then on live everybody sees, me saying hello, and my mom, what the fuck you doing calling me for? So obviously they know that even me calling my mom after a year and a half, that's just it's yeah. So I choose to be healthy myself, and yes, I'll say it right now before something pops up. I was 35, no, 32 years old when I finally physically defended myself from my brothers, and or from my mother, and it was in my brother's house. And from that point on, when I pushed her back, I said, you'll never harm me again, and I really honestly meant that. So I've protected myself from her harming me in any way whatsoever.
so it's safe to say she was abusive, at least verbally and probably physically.
Oh,
And
physically, yeah. There was one time I thought she was gonna kill my brother. Like, there were like something happened in the kitchen, and you like come around this like wraparound thing, and there was a fridge right on the corner, and all I know is my mom like had the fridge like bear hugging the fridge, and then just kicking my brother, and he was like, the bottom of the fridge ain't very big, but half of my brother was up underneath the fucking fridge. And she used to have these candy dishes, these like Sierra crystal looking dishes or whatever with a lid, and bank, and then my brother ran off. I finished the whooping. Like,
oh man, so yeah, I got you now, man. I see it. I see where that comes from. And you and Tally never bonded over that. It was always still he was
well,
on
it
your
was
own path and you're on your own path.
it
Have
was
y'all
one of them things. Like back then, Marbreds were $1.85 a pack. Uh, Copenhagen was $3 a can.
right?
Teenagers, they're given $2 a day to basically live off of, feed yourself, do whatever. And if they know they can go down and say, "Oh, my mom sent me down here," because back then, if you had a note, or if you had, "Oh, my mom sent me down here to get a pack of cigarettes," you could do it.
Right. I
And
remember that. Yes, sir. I remember
so it was like living off of the $2 aspect. And there was a time that I totally regret that it went a situation that it didn't. But Sean has had his ability to trust better and earlier than I have, I guess, is the best way to explain
that. Is he, I'm guessing he's older, right? Like by
it.
13 months.
Yeah, 13 months. Yeah.
We kind of got in before you, and then your experience coming in secondary was worse.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was worse. We experienced the same thing. I mean, me and my, even right now, I don't care. I would ride or die for my brother. I don't give a fuck. I would ride or die for my brother. My brother, Sean, is like, he's my brother. regardless of whatever, regardless of how he feels, regardless of what I'm upset about. If something happened or whatever, I would be there for my brother, period. And regardless of how my family views it, or regardless of what I say about politics or what I say on Facebook or whatever it may be, that's my fucking right to say that. That's my right to have my opinion. And whether you're family or even just somebody that I don't even know or even a friend, at least respect my opinion, or respect my point of view.
I do.
You don't have to agree with it.
Passionate, man. You know, like sometimes you're hard to approach because I don't want you to get upset and like just, you know what I mean, like just get pissed off and fucking have a grudge against me and hang up. So I approach you trepidatiously because your passion is high as fuck. Like I can see it and everything you talk about, you're bleeding that passion to the point where it is slightly intimidating. I want to lay back and let you like.
I'm not trying to be, but I appreciate you saying that because I know that I've worked on trying to. That's like, for instance, if you even notice how right now, how I just grounded myself from how I grounded myself before I came on the screen. And then through this period, like I do my best to be able to ground myself, but it's taken the ability and hearing somebody or having a moment of, okay, you do. And I don't mean to be aggressive or come across as like I'm going to rip your head off, or I am just very, what my counselors told me is that I'm very animated and passionate about what I believe in.
Absolutely. And it comes through, and it actually makes for a really intriguing video. You know what I mean? Like I can just shut up and your thought process will lead you down the entire road of where you're going. You don't need any help. Like you know what you're you know what I mean? I can be like, hey, what do you think about? And then just sit back and relax. I literally faded to black when you had Jose up here. I just was like way back here, like, oh, he's got this thing.
I wish Jose wouldn't have left though, because that was some serious shit that really could have, I think, helped a lot of people in the community understand, because there may be people that understood what that meant or like what that was about. I don't know if you did. Good job, buddy. But like, I just really wish.
I remember a little bit about him with the FBI bullshit, but I thought it was all fake. You know, he was not coming on, not showing his face, saying the FBI won't let him show his face. I thought all that was just fake, some shit. So I stopped watching him. I made up a song about him, called him out pretty hardcore, and then he kind of faded away, went out of existence for me. And then popped back on the scene about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wow, this motherfucker's still doing it. And remember, he had gotten beaten up. So I saw his face all beaten up, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. So I got fish hooked right back into it. And that's how so I missed all of the stuff that between you guys, I don't know enough about it all.
Well, I don't really follow him at all, but he was in here, and I figured it would be a good opportunity to be able to help the community and shit.
Funny, Billy Blastoff is like, oh, we believe it, GJB. It's like, I have no reason to lie, dude. I'm not making shit up right now. I'm literally confessing that I don't know enough about a subject to speak on it. And Billy Blastoff's like, oh, yeah, sure, you don't know everything. You know it all. You've been watching since the moment it started.
Oh, so let me ask you this. In your state, the last up until about, say, 2 weeks ago, or even currently, has your DMV or motor vehicle department been open?
It has. It's long ass lines. You got to get there about an hour early or so and wait outside, and they take you in like 5 at a time.
But through this whole pandemic, it stayed open.
I don't know about through the whole pandemic, but for like a month and a half or so ago, it was open. I went and got the shit done with the truck that I got, so it is open. It's just that you can't go inside and wait inside like you used to for a number or whatever. You wait outside in a long ass line, and then they take you in 5 at a time. So, but that.
You got any other questions? Good job, buddy. Because I was.
Hey, look, man, I want to do the Tyke interview, man. I asked for this like a year ago. I remember when you popped on the scene, I was like, I'd love to fucking interview that dude. He's very animated, and I love those interviews, man, because I get to just basically plant the seed and watch you go. You know what I mean? I just sit back and let you do the thing that you do.
But sometimes the thing that I do with my mind leading to me down paths, if I get like that path that You know what I'm saying? It's like a ticking time bomb. You just fucking don't know. Like in half the time, I don't know.
That's what's beautiful about it, man. And when I finally realized it was you in the picture down there, I was like, oh shit, yeah, bring him up here. Because I know you're not just gonna sit there and like fall asleep on me. You're about 100% the opposite of that. So you got
So
when you pop up, you got something to say, and I love it.
So can I say something that will also like just for something for myself and also about these protests and stuff?
For sure, man. All you.
I just want to say that Lavoy Finicum is a name, and past history does state that Lavoy Finicum was murdered on Bureau of Land Management property. For 4 years, the Finicum family has been fighting justice for the murder of Lavoy that was operated under the Obama administration and ordered by the Obama administration with the National Guard along with the FBI and the Oregon State Police to attack and use military tactics to take out 30 peaceful protesters in Burns, Oregon. They've been looking for justice for 4 years. George Floyd has started a BLM aspect that now when you Google BLM and Lavoy Finicum's name are at the bottom of the list.
Mm-hmm.
George Floyd's family was presented with a flag of service, and a lot of people don't think that is correct. If you don't know who David Dorn is, and if anybody that tells you that they are affiliated with BLM movement, and you ask them if they know who David Dorn is, and they say no, take the time and educate them and let them know who David Dorn is. David Dorn was a 76-year-old retired ex-police officer, a chief of police, that was murdered in Minnesota, the same town where George Floyd was murdered, for protecting a Pops and Mom's store by protesters. Officer Ralph from Georgia, known as the guy that murdered the guy in the Wendy's drive-thru. Officer Rolfe, Rolfe, deserves justice. If you go and you reach and you actually grab an officer's sidearm, it doesn't matter what tree you fell out of or what jar you popped out of, you best be expecting your life's going to end. And you best expect the officer's going to do what they need to do.
Here's the problem with this. You're right about this. This is real cut and dry bullshit. It's factually, if you look at the law, it should be not even charged. The problem is that the prior 28-minute engagement they had with him was all calm, cool, and collected, and it was de-escalated. And he was only 2 blocks from his, whatever's house. He really wasn't a threat if you take him home. If you solve the problem and get that over with and write it up and move on, maybe give him a ticket, whatever the fuck, it's over with. Hey, we're going to take you home. We're going to take you home instead of take you in. That's look, man, I'm not saying that the shooting wasn't justified. I'm talking about the operations, the way
tactics.
that they go about the tactics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they had been with that man for that long and he was cool. Let's just write him a goddamn ticket, get him in court. He'll go to court, but take him home. He's right there. Take him home.
Yeah.
We don't gotta lock people up who didn't hurt somebody.
Well, and then even the officer was fishing to begin with, like trying to get him to admit that he was driving because the officer obviously didn't see him.
Sure, yeah, there's legal barriers, but my thought is you caught him before he could hurt anybody. It's a medical issue right now, not a legal issue. And that's just my own, I think
medical should override legal.
Absolutely.
At any points.
Absolutely.
Yep. And see, that's what people aren't realizing, like what's going on right here in Portland, like what the actual issue is that they're doing outside the Multnomah County public safety building is that they're damaging the building and they're doing burning things and they're throwing things up and breaking the windows because some law states that a sheriff has to have the responsibility to keep inmates safe. So because the outside of the building ain't safe and they need extra security just to keep the protesters away, they're saying that now the sheriff there and the governor here are not protecting inmates.
Yeah. man, that's just this may be the beginning of more shit, man. Fuck, dude. I don't know. I
But
know
yeah,
I know there's a happy medium, and when you go to any negotiation, you ask for the most, and you hope to get to the middle. I think that's where I think this whole country needs that fucking lesson all over again. We've been all both sides asking for the most. Let's try to meet in the middle and build out from there, like from common ground, instead of fucking like, well, no police then. I think you need to have a certain response mechanism. Like policing, you don't need to be out on the streets watching people speed. You don't need to be looking for people not hitting their turn signal. You don't need to be looking for people who got too dark of a tint. That's not policing. Be there when I call you. Yo, I need the fucking police. Somebody shooting at me. I don't want to kill this motherfucker. Show up. Don't be policing. They need to stop actively policing.
and they need to become more involved with their community. Like for instance, like our sheriff where I live, there was this a community get together where you could walk with the sheriff, but the sheriff, along with the Humane Society, there was a dog that came in that was called Nude, Nude, and the sheriff, they advertised it around town on flyers that the sheriff was going to walk nude to come up and enjoy the walk or whatever. And that's the type of involvement, how you should be able to joke around with your. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, dude. And in my community, I've met I don't know, man, 25 of the officers so far in stupid interactions. And there are several of them that we get along just fine. But my whole point with them is always like, we don't have to have this interaction. Nobody called you. You saw me walking and you just approached me and want to now identify me. Nobody called you. If I was a black man, this could turn into me dead. Just so you know, I have a backpack full of shit. They didn't even question when I was digging in there for my wallet. They didn't care. Imagine that if I was a black kid fucking digging in a goddamn backpack. Hell no. Get out of here with that.
But I'm actually I'll give you a little insight to my what's going on with my focus and goal that I've been working on the last this week, and it's coming together. So I've never done this before. And I was actually invited for this next weekend to go to a protest and actually be involved. So it's not a movement. It's not nothing. It's just flat out trying to conserve America and the heritage of America, even the monuments of America, because that is part of the history of regardless. That's.
I don't know, man. I think we need to long talk about this too. I mean.
Well, no, follow me here because good job, buddy. I bet you I can give
you give me a second. Let me get the meat inside real quick so my wife can fucking have it. Hang on. Hey, but by the way, I'm listening still because it's on in there. So go ahead and talk because I am listening.
Okay, so shit. Now I'm on the spot here.
You're talking about even the monuments.
So the monuments. So let's back up a little bit and give you perspective of where this comes from a lot of West Coast people per se, or farmers or ranchers. The history is there, yes, but a lot of people over here on the West Coast really truly don't know the truth about racism. They really don't. They may know somebody, but they don't know the history of it. They weren't taught how some people on the East Coast have been taught about where they live in their heritage. And these people from the eastern side of the United States are coming over here to the West Coast and leading these movements, and local people are actually being, I guess, offended and upset because no matter what locals say, you're against their movement and you even have to fear, retaliation. So freedom of speech is freedom of speech. And without using social media and just a, family of ranchers or whatever, go to the Capitol building and see how that turns out. But my current goal is working on a protest in my local hometown, and I'm I am sending off the paperwork and everything. I don't know if I should ask for police escort or not because I have to get a parade permit, and I'm actually responsible for everybody's actions. So knowing that if I go to any town, I have to have a permit to walk in the road, do the right steps. And if I have thousands of people backing me up, knowing that this police department has done numerous things wrong by the leader, like overlooking, like legitimately, you shoot somebody there, you get a extra stripe or you become a detective.
Hell no.
The last time that somebody was shot, they were shot in the rear buttocks and under the armpit.
Now I missed the part where this was.
With doing where my goal was. With doing because it's not a protest of like a racial thing or a political thing. It's about conserving America.
Do you not believe that we are over policed to begin with?
Like, I believe that we are over, but I believe that
great in America, right? Everywhere you go, every city, everywhere you go, there's police presence.
But see, that's the thing, is because we're all believe that it's fucking real. If you actually look in the facts of what the Constitution is and what the Constitution teaches you, you will learn there is no such thing as city police department. You will learn there is no such thing as state police department. The only thing that has jurisdiction over any human within the land of America is a sheriff. One officer that is voted in, not his posse, not the people that he hires, a sheriff. Just like people are led to believe if you're a felon, you can't vote. No, if you're a felon, you cannot vote only if you're on parole or probation. Once you that a contract that you signed to be on supervision, once that contract expires, you get your firearms back and you get your voting rights back.
Did you see what happened in Kentucky? How many polling places closed there? One polling place for over 600,000 Democrats to vote in. They closed 200 and some polling places in Kentucky for this latest vote.
Say that again. Say those numbers again. They did what?
They closed 200 plus voting places in Kentucky. So now that over 600,000, in a Democrat precinct have to vote at one poll. 600 African Americans, basically.
During the COVID.
Yep. This is how Mitch McConnell keeps winning. Hey, here he comes. Here he comes. All right, this is back to just regular
Okay,
old.
talking about the policing, they do what they call
like to see
this is what they do. It's called stop and frisk under the suspicion.
I thought it was called stop and kiss, but okay, I'll listen.
Under the suspicion of suspicion. Excuse me, sir. What are you doing?
You're suspicious, Jose, because you come back and you want to start on that topic, but you don't want to talk where we started, where we let off.
Please.
I want to get to the topic of where you started talking shit and spreading a whole bunch of lies when you were saying I was fucking with your legal shit. When you knew that my kids fucking had their lives threatened and shit.
The reason why I don't do any more night hikes is because of that stupid implemented thing they do now. Is called stop and frisk. What? If you are walking at this time of the hour, you're suspicious. And every time you try to neck up to a cop and tell them that you're not doing anything illegal, that's when they press the issue and hopes in God's name that you rebel and do something stupid so you look like the bad guy. And that's what happened. And that's what the news picked up for George's case. Well, George's didn't do anything, but the Brooks, that's what happened is they or not interrogated, but they enticed the situation. That situation could have never happened if they had him out of the car and arrested or detained. even a state trooper would tell you, all incidents are preventable. That
Just
incident
like
that
you being suspicious outside a gas station, plugged in, that ain't suspicious. But I bet you're gonna pull a card that you're homeless or you have no place to go, and you're gonna but the cops are gonna go there to protect their public, right?
it's more not to protect the citizens, it's protect the business, corporations.
Because the business is private property, correct?
Stupid as fuck.
Yes, I am ordering. So what?
Okay, now that I got your attention, can we get back to the thing about the whole legal issue?
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I ain't gonna talk to you. I'm talking to Eddie.
Well, no, I'm Jose. I came on though to talk to you specifically.
I ain't talking to you, lying ass.
Okay, hold
And
on.
what did I lie about?
Let me try to help. Let's start. Give Jose a full 2 minutes at least. How many minutes do you need, Jose, to talk without being interrupted?
It don't matter.
All right, go till you've got it all out. I want you to go ahead and make your statement. No interruptions. Go ahead and speak, Jose, and you have the floor.
See, like anybody that really needs or really knows the laws are the homeless and the traveling types. But nobody wants to listen to the traveling types because we don't know jack shit out here. We deal with the cops day in and day out. We know what to do and what not to do. But still, we still get fucked with.
Yeah.
All right, and now I'm going to give Tyke the floor for the same amount of time to make his point, and then we'll see where we are. Go ahead, Tyke.
I just want to know, Jose, why it is that. Okay, Jose, these are my questions. What did I lie to you about? And what did I do so wrong to you to upset
You fucked
you,
with me and my
even
family.
off of you? Let me finish my
You're
question.
the one that I got kicked out of my parents' place.
I'm the one.
You
How am I
fucked
the
up.
one?
You fucked up. You thought you had your shit all well, but no, your IP and shit. They linked everything to you. They said, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "Well, if he decides to do something stupid, I guess press charges. Until then, it's all internet bullshit."
Jose, you are like, for real, that's the story. That's what you're going to come up with.
Yeah, you're the one that started it.
I didn't start shit. Okay, let's get something straight here. You and I, how did we meet?
Through the internet and through fucking Good Job Buddy. That's when my shit started happening.
No. You will not throw Good Job Buddy under the bus. Because we did not meet through Good Job Buddy.
That's how. I'm not throwing him under the bus. That's how the shit started.
You mean people being critical of other people's channels?
No, I'm not talking about that. The trolling. Because out of the 9 years or 10 years of having my channel, I've never been trolled like that.
Good job, buddy. Have I and Jose been on your channel at all? Did me and Jose meet on your channel, to clarify for your viewers?
No, I was watching you and Jose talk together one night, and then remember I went live while y'all were talking. Remember that one? I was going live at the school. I had scheduled it. Jose was on, and you were on with Jose. Y'all were chit chatting, so you guys knew each other without me involved.
So
but I do want to say, I do want to say that I forgot what I want to say right then. Just forgot.
I think the guy's named Chad. He told me all about you, dude. The one you trolled so hard, Mr. Piggyback guy. He told me all about you, Tyke.
Oh yeah. I was claiming to be untrollable for a while, and people were trying hard to troll me. So anyone might have got caught up in that shitstorm. I can see that for sure. Who the fuck makes a video, I guess, a music video saying they're untrollable?
You know who's good job, buddy, just for content for your channel. You know who's cracking up right now? Having the fucking best time, like for real. Digger's just fucking, he's fucking busted up.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Oh hell yeah, bro. He's sitting on top. He's just chilling. He's like doing like this. He's like, yeah, yes.
Like, Jose,
Oh, I'm not gonna talk shit about Natalie and fucking Kimberly Mack. Oh no, they didn't do anything. They're just
then don't talk shit about him. What the fuck? Like, why would you say I'm not going to talk shit about somebody and then like, what the fuck? You want a trophy for not talking shit about somebody? Like, what's your fucking point?
The dude has thanked the Lord that I came to give us this unmissable stream. And what have you done, the dude in particular, to deserve this? Well, I mean, it's obvious. You're here, right? That's what you did to deserve it. That's it. Show up, and you can deserve this motherfucking stream.
What? I'm lost.
Dude, what's amazing is once Tyke Tally showed up,
you're perfect at
the number
ruining
hasn't gone below.
people,
Look, a
huh?
lot of people like to talk
But
about.
you won't admit that.
A lot of people like to talk about their numbers, and I don't because I've always got big ones. But when Tyke Tally showed up, the number has never dropped below 75. It's been 85 to 75 for a fucking solid hour since Tyke Tally got here. That's what I'm talking about when I mean interesting. The man's interesting. He's got it all up here. I don't have to say shit. I haven't said much of shit. Tyke has been driving the engine for the last hour. And it's been a solid 75 people here. So what I mean is that when he showed up, the entertainment started. You two right now, whatever it is you two got to settle, should be settled right now in front of everybody right now because everybody's here. Now it's
Who? Me and Jose?
I ain't got no beef. Everything died out.
I'm trying to deal with my shit with Jose, but he's avoiding the situation. I'm way confused. I'm way lost. Good job, buddy.
Well,
Are you talking about mine and Jose's?
Okay. All right. Well, someone hacked into your account or something, but I've had multiple leads. I'm not saying who. We're saying that was you doing it, but if you have somebody or you don't realize somebody's making it seem like it's you using your account, like IP address, and it. Oh, I paid some detectives.
Jose, I've never been contacted by anybody. I don't know where you're going with that aspect, but let's keep it real on the real.
But if it's not you,
even off of YouTube, even off of YouTube. Hang on, push your mute button and give me a minute. Just when me and you off of YouTube, we spoke, we got along. I was trying to help you in regards to what kind of words to use to be able to protect yourself when the trolls started, because you and Sam were dealing with the same fucking thing. Then once I ended up going on my channel and talking about things that were going on with my case, with my kids, you got upset and said that was fucking with your legal aspect. That's when you flipped out and you started going off about, and then I was just like, so I have no clue what story you're coming up. That is what I'm talking about, and that is what I'm trying to address. Because once I ended up standing up for myself and my channel, you threw a fucking fit like a little kid and started talking shit and making and doing everything, and then saying even more that me and my brother were fucking trolling people. I'm a real man. The whole time you've been on the road, Jose, have you rolled up to my house? You know my address. You've fucking done the shit that you've been part of helping the trolls get at me, because why? You done admitted Miss D. So if you want to pull the shit on this channel and throw Good Job Buddy under the bus and implicate that me and you met by him.
Why are you mad? Why are you mad? What are you yelling
I'm not mad. I'm just trying to clarify for anybody that may be like involved with this to understand, so that way they're not mind fucked.
Well, I found out there's another account they're using under my name, so it's definitely not me.
See, Jose, I'm just trying to deal with the aspect of why it is that you felt to me that I disrespected you by messing with your legal aspect by doing something on my YouTube channel about myself that had nothing to do with you.
Thanks, Rick.
Well, somebody's using cloned your IP address.
No, though, Jose, if you guys have a little something going on back and forth, you need to just get off your chest. It'll be okay. Just get it off your chest now. It's a lot of work for somebody to go own Jose Sanders. I'm not saying you're not, I'm just saying like that's a lot of work for somebody to do all that.
I ain't got no reason to troll. I ain't got no reasons.
All right, then.
Then what makes you think that I would troll you?
Well, I'm paid up the ass to do some research.
You're paid
And it
up
came
the
back
ass, so
with-
you're paid.
I had to pay a detective, a private.
So back. Holy fuck! I don't even want to get into this right now because like
See,
I don't know how deep this is
Someone's
going.
fucking with you, calling your parents. Of course, you're gonna figure out a way to pay a detective or something.
So are you saying that Tyke was calling your parents?
Well, someone cloned his IP address.
Then why haven't I ever once? I've had the FBI come to my door for fucking Sam. Okay, why would I now not even have my local police department come to my door about tracking my IP address for whatever caused you to fear for your life and your family's life? No, listen.
Straight up
Listen,
tell you
that
so you can
caused
delete
you to
everything.
fear for your life and your family's life, to implicate and now put on the internet basically that I'm the cause that puts you in that fear, but yet not once has any law enforcement ever came here to even talk to me or even mention your name.
Because I told him it's not worth it. It's internet bullshit. Cypress.
So you're
So
over
just-
it,
Sir, I don't let just anybody. Come here. Come here.
Jose,
You know, Jose, and just looking out, you probably shouldn't be on this type of shit with this conversation out there on the streets, because I just heard somebody in the background say, wow. And I don't want them to do something stupid because they heard something about the FBI and all that shit. So, like, for real, regardless if you don't like me or not and whatever you think about me, you need to take care of yourself and make sure yourself
Well,
is
you
safe.
need to confess to everybody and
I
to
confess to the
yourself.
shit. I'm here confronting the issue and you're fucking beating
You're
around
not
the bush
confronting nobody
because you
except
fabricated a story.
lying and telling people that I'm doing the shit. You need
I
to
haven't
confess.
told nobody nothing,
You need
Jose.
to confess.
I haven't
You
told
need
nothing
Jesus
to
in your life.
nobody. I haven't told nothing to nobody.
You need Jesus in your life, buddy. Hopefully you can find him
I need
with
what?
all your fucking lies.
he's saying you need Jesus.
There you go.
If that helps, I need more Jesus in my life. Yes, I do.
Hopefully you
Because
can
I would be
open
more
your eyes
peaceful
and
and I
find
would be able
that guy.
to.
All right, so Jose, what? I mean, wait a minute, man. Each one of you think you trolled each other, and neither one of you trolled each other. Is that what you're both saying?
I didn't troll shit. I don't have no.
No, I did not troll him. So
need
I
to
met
troll.
him.
If I'm gonna
I
troll somebody, I use my real goddamn name. I don't go behind the real one. All the other.
He's getting talked to.
Jose,
Wait,
I don't even want to do it. Do you want content? How many people right now want content? Push one in the chat. I want 20 ones right now by different people in the chat right now. Tell me one. You want content? Spam one right now. One. If not, push zero.
Go get it. Please.
I can't see the chat. I just want to know.
I'm sorry.
it's
My
not moving.
license is
It's all
suspended,
one. It's all one.
and I am
It's
on
all
probation.
Is it? Is it all one?
Yeah,
It's not
I
moving.
can't drink.
Oh, it is ones. It's 3 ones in a row.
Yeah,
Okay, give it a second. It's gonna take a second.
yeah, I'm on
Yeah,
probation.
the
My
time.
phone.
That's probably nothing but
Checking
one.
my phone.
Yeah, just ones all over the place.
Yes, I
There's
do,
like
buddy.
7 ones.
I just don't. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I just don't like people. I got.
Be rude. Be rude. Jose, just tell the man why you're there right now. Because you don't have to register where you go.
That's about it.
You don't have to register where you go. That guy's a sex offender. He's on the run.
You see, he's
He
a
likes
fucking
little
troll.
kids.
Dude, you're talking to a fucking G out here, dude. You can
He likes
find-
kids, dude.
Hi, dude.
Hey, dude. I'm not your dude, but
I'm
what's up, bro?
ex-military, brother.
What?
So, I said I'm ex-military.
Thank you for your service.
11
But what,
Bravo. So,
Hey, buddy, how are you? It's nice to meet you, ex-military.
I'm gonna tell you.
What you been up to, my man?
Oh man. fucking hanging in
to
there.
your eye there, partner?
Hanging in there.
What happened to your eye there, buddy?
Oh,
Yeah, what happened right there? What is that?
right there.
Oh yeah, right that one.
The Marine got to him.
That
That
bird?
guy-
A Marine got to him. You're
Army?
full of shit. Yes.
Army's better than the fucking Marines. My dad
Mm.
spent 20 years and he's a fucking sergeant.
He just wants to suck you off, bro.
What you up to
Don't do
today,
it.
man? How you
Yeah,
been?
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this though, man.
Dude, you got in a fight today. I can tell, man. Your face is all puffy. You got in a fight today. You got in a fight today, didn't you?
I won't say nothing at all.
You sure did. I can tell. Woo! Good stuff, man. You were right. You were right, my man. You were right, Tyke.
I don't fucking play. You ought to seen him.
Did I mute you? Tyke, you're muted. Hold on. Yeah, dude. What happened to him? Tell me what happened to him. Because you definitely are happy. You ain't beat
I
up.
can't tell you.
Yeah, don't let me know. I don't want to be a part. I don't want to be a part of that part of it, man. That's cool. So, dude, you
I'm a mean motherfucker. Let's just say that. I just don't play.
Yeah, so you tried to cross that fucking line.
I don't play.
Show me your tattoos again, and what do you mean by that? Like, what game are we playing? Because you got a black eye, a swollen ass cheek, and you're on the Good Job Buddy show. So what the fuck? Like, what does your tattoos have to do with how you resemble yourself and being a military member? A military member wouldn't be like out on the street saying, "I'm a service member," with a fucking black eye and big old swollen cheeks walking alone.
Oh,
You might be
Would they
saying
not?
stolen valor. This
Would
could
they
be
not?
stolen valor.
This might be a stolen valor. Yes, you're correct.
It might not, and we could be
It
very
might
wrong.
not be, but we will thank you for your service.
You are wrong.
You gonna
You're
call me
wrong.
false
Thank you
valor?
for your
If you call me false valor, I
I'm
will.
not calling it. I promise you, I'm not calling it.
Come through that goddamn.
Are you gonna
screen
jump through the
and beat your
screen?
motherfucking
The
ass.
only thing that you're gonna do tonight is let Jose suck you off.
I got that
Because
part
you probably got beat up because you probably got out of the military, couldn't have a kid, and you're probably a chomo yourself.
I can't.
I have a
turned the part where
6-year-old
you can
child,
jump
man. Fuck you.
Hey, I turned the part where you can jump to the screen off on this particular stream. You'll have to jump to the screen on my next stream. I got that. It'll be on my next stream though.
These guys are relentless.
This dude actually understands where the fuck I'm coming from.
Yeah,
Your
me,
mama?
right? You're talking
That's
about
where
me.
everybody comes from.
Oh, him. You're talking about him. So, did you come from him? Have you guys met before?
No,
This is your first time meeting him right now?
I guess.
Will you hang out with that guy?
No.
I mean, you don't.
They're hanging out.
Is he hanging over your shoulder right now? Is he right there right now?
No, he's leaving.
Okay. Yeah, he's got shit to get to.
He's a skinhead and you're dark complected. Hope you're not in the South.
I am in the fucking
dude.
South.
Yo, buddy, you better back up and run.
Okay. Was that guy beat up or what?
No, he had a scar. It was a scar.
He had 4 different kind of faces. Yeah, he's all beat up. I mean, his jaw is broke. He needs to go to the fucking hospital.
See how easy that worked? The fucking chat, I guess, apparently pushed 1, and then next thing you know, content. It was like perfect.
It really happened. It just happened right there. He was like, "Do you want it? Because I'll do it. I mean, it'll happen if you want it." And then I was like, "Yeah, it's nothing but one."
Jose, did he grab your phone or did you hand it to him?
I showed him and he was talking to you guys.
Well, no, but did he grab it from you or did you like kind of just hand it over to him?
He wanted to talk to you.
So did he grab it
He
from
was
you?
gonna call you out, but I told him not to.
I bet you're the kind that takes out the trash and just sets it on the back porch. Not to the garbage can, but you took the trash out and just left it there.
Jose, when I
Did
say
you
you
hear that?
walk right up to the truth and then leave it hanging,
Yo, I told him I'm on probation.
fail. He will not tell you everything. You just saw it live and still don't know for sure if he's telling you the truth. It's so fucking funny. Oh God, man, Jose, you don't know how to tell the whole truth. The thing that just happened. Right in front of you, that thing that you just saw.
Do you see me laughing?
Describe it to us. I want to know from your perspective what we just saw, because we only saw a little camera view. How did that happen? Did he just walk up on you on the corner there? What was up, Jose? You got the
He
floor.
wanted to talk to you or to Tyke, but he got really pissed off.
But did fucking Tyke send him there? How the fuck did he know that Tyke would be on the phone? Why did he walk up to you and be like, I want to talk to Tyke?
He stream sniped you?
I mean, what the fuck? Because
I
then
know people.
then this whole one thing becomes
I know
like,
people out here, dude.
well, that was pretty weird. That all it was like, okay, y'all, if you want to see some shit, here we go. And then a guy showed up. Like a cheat on fucking Grand Theft Auto.
If you guys look at Good Job Buddy's actually profile picture, there's actually a thumbs up. You know why he got that? Is because these are the kind of scripts that Good Job Buddy puts together. So, yeah.
This is 2 times I've had both of you on, and every time it's funny. It's like I can't even. I sit back and let it go most of the time. You two have this history that he'll never get over because some people walk right up to the truth, and then they're like, nah, with the truth. I'll keep y'all hanging, and that's you, Jose. You love to keep us hanging, man. You don't want to give us everything. You give us most of it though, and I appreciate it. I appreciate like getting to see that shit live. Like that shit that just happened right there. It had not happened anywhere else on YouTube tonight.
And that could have went down a total different way. Like legitimately, the whole thing in the back of my head, I was thinking that dude, legitimately, Jose, that dude could have just straight up fucking popped you or whatever, and the cops could have came here. And legitimately, there was no intent on my end to have you harmed. It was just a fucking joke and to provide content, which is what I've stood for
That's
for
not
fucking years.
content, dude.
That's what I've stood for. But you're the type of person that started trolling my ass and pushing the truth off the fucking internet. Because why? Because you like this type of stuff. But you now sitting on the other end of it, you're gonna think, did Tyke send that dude there? Because why? Good Job Buddy dropped the seed. Next week there's gonna be a video out. There's gonna be something that you're gonna do because you're living your truth that only you see.
Jose, did you smoke a joint?
No,
Your eyes are really closed, man.
I gotta get glasses.
Damn, bro, really? Do you need glasses?
I'm not getting them.
No, I mean,
So, Jose-
seriously, do you actually need glasses? 'Cause if you
Yeah,
really
I
need
do,
glasses-
but I'm not getting them.
well, if you really need them, I'll get them for you.
I'm not getting them.
I'll get them for you. I will get those glasses for you, and we will.
I'm supposed
do
to
it.
have glasses all my life, but I never
Nobody
fucking
knows.
wear them.
I'll just get them for you.
Nope, I don't wear glasses.
Well,
So,
because
Jose, why haven't you actually come seen me?
I know what it's like. I went through.
It's all a fucking joke. I'm never gonna come and see you.
Well, no,
Like,
I'm asking
never
though,
gonna
like
see fucking
you
your
no,
brother.
I'm just no. Okay, follow me. You claim that you're somebody that if you find out who's trolling you, if you honestly believe in your heart, soul, and mind that me or even my brother are the ones that are trolling you, I know for a fact have my address because you've threatened me through your trolling tactics and shit. So you being on the road since November, why haven't you come seen me or even my brother to confront the persons or the people that you believe are out to harm you? Because honest to God, making me, at least, I don't know what's been going on behind the scenes of I don't follow it that much. The reason why I'm up here is because you were here, Jose. And all I know is just that,
dude.
well, no, he's not going to show up to you or Tally. Tyke, you're obviously a different. How much bigger are you than Sean? Because Sean looks like he's just like got skin hanging off his bone.
Sean's like probably 5'10", maybe.
I mean,
he's probably, but I haven't seen him in a while. So
well,
I don't know.
what would you guess
Jose,
his
how much
weight?
does my brother weigh?
I don't know.
Because you look a lot healthier and bigger than your brother.
Do
You
I
look,
look
I'm
like
the
I
only one in my
fucking have
family
a
like
portable scale
yeah.
to send to him?
So what'd you say? You're gonna send him your Pornhub? Why does my brother have your Pornhub account and nobody else seems to have it?
Because he looked it up.
Oh, it's so good.
Hey, you gotta ask him that.
Yes,
I'm not a
I'll
fucking
take you.
straight.
Jose, I'm not
Right,
even an
because
hour
it's
away
free.
from Rooster Rock.
No, don't
You
worry
should
about
come to Rooster Rock.
it. Yeah.
I'm not going
yeah.
to. I'm not going to Seattle. I'm not going to Oregon because it's too fucking cold. I
Jose,
was in Oregon. I
Jose.
was in North Bend, and it was too
You
fucking
pay me
cold.
$100. You pay me $100. You show up here to Oregon. I'll travel. I'll meet you at Rooster Rock. I will drop my shit for your Pornhub for $100 and walk through Rooster Rock, 6 feet apart.
Should I take you on a little hitchhiking excursion? A 30-mile.
Naked?
No, I'm not doing no fucking Pornhub with a male. What the fuck you think I am, gay?
You're a nudist, right?
I'm
So how can
not.
you be a nudist and be scared of seeing another dude's pecker? You fondle them. You can't be that scared to look.
I'm not going there. I am not going there, boy.
Nothing, Jose?
I'm not going there.
So for real, Jose, why were you upset at? And do you honestly believe that I am whatever done? Like, you just flipped out on me and like tripped the fuck out. That's all I know.
Well, all I know is that whoever used your IP address did a good fucking job.
How did my IP? Where does
There's
this
fucking hackers, there's
IP?
fucking everything out there that these fucking people will do, and they're pretty fucking good at it. And baffled the fucking detectives.
Where did my IP address come out of?
Over there, I can't say it online.
Why can't you say it online?
Because
Wouldn't you think that right now that follow this beyond a reasonable doubt and through the courts, okay? Do you honestly think that me coming on here, you claiming to law enforcement that supposedly I'm the one that's doing this to you, which makes you leave, okay? We got that story. You stuck to it. Then you clicked back on here, and then it seems you can't answer my questions in regards to my point of the what actually occurred, but you want to say that you can't do because of an investigation. If there was an investigation, you just done fucked it off because you just chose to come back and make communication with somebody that supposedly made you leave your home and your family. Do you know what it's like supposedly to have people think that their family fears because Tyke trolls so hard that this person had to leave their home? That's slander. That's defamation of character. That's harsh fucking shit to put on somebody, Jose.
Well, you should have never had. You should have never had beef with whoever you had beef with. And they're fucking hardcore. And they're whoever these people are, they're pretty good at framing people.
I can't hear your job, buddy.
Well, I'm interjecting only because I'm hosting and my mother-in-law cut her finger and we don't know how bad it is. But what I'm saying is, are we going to be able to have a resolution? Do you think either one of you guys are going to have this resolution?
Well, you need to find out whoever's has a vendetta against you.
Against me?
Someone has a vendetta.
Jose. Okay, how do I deal with it? How do I don't know what else to say to you besides that I get it. I understand that I come off very animated. I understand that I come off like I'm ready to rip people's heads off, whatever it may be, of people's opinion about me until they actually get to know me. But Jose, for real,
well, you
part of those opinions that people,
I don't know who you pissed off, but they are really trying to frame you for
part of those opinions that come are also the opinions and the mystery legends of Tyke's trolls. If anybody knows, the trolls will always grow and they will always have a better way to be able to finish a tactic.
What I was told,
when I confronted you, Jose, and the fact is, you sitting here right now saying that I need to figure out who it is. I figured out who it was that did mine. And I figured out that you came from the person that was fucking after me. And then you fucking flipped. And I dealt with that off of YouTube. personal. And then you wanted to do this little content creation and make it create to where supposedly I'm threatening you, threatening your family, trolling you, trolling Sam because it's something that you fabricate.
I didn't fabricate shit. Everything I do is posted on YouTube.
So you haven't talked to anybody off of fucking YouTube, Jose.
No.
You're a liar and a fat mouth, dude.
All
Me
the
talking to
person I
somebody
really
like you
talk
ain't
to
even
is
worth my
Google.
time. No, my question that I was trolling you with earlier, because I do it with one of my. Show your fingernails to the camera.
What? It's.
I just want to see. You washed them up. Let me see your other hand.
Well, duh. I try to keep somewhat clean.
Oh, the fingernails. Let me see the fingernails.
Do you have nodules on your fingers, man? Are those nodules?
No.
Those aren't little
I'm
balls.
double jointed.
So have you been tested for RA?
What the ruminous arthritis?
Rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, I'm just wondering because I've seen it in friends of mine and my own mother.
Probably not. No, actually, no.
Well, I'm not trying to scare you. I just saw little bumps on your fingers. I didn't know if you are, you know.
Not bumps. I'm double jointed.
Okay, well,
I'm a freak of nature.
That's not what that means. But what?
I'm a freak of nature.
You're good at a hand job. Is that what you said? Did you say that?
I said I'm a freak of nature.
Okay. All right.
Jose, just a question because you know how the community gets. So let's ask you a question before it gets created. Do you have any plans or preparation put in style to be able to help prevent your dog for the summer heat on the concrete from your dog's feet blistering while you're traveling?
Planning to get her shaved down before the dead of summer comes.
Didn't you say you worried about her getting skin burned from shaving her down too much? Is there because I used to groom dogs. I spent a summer grooming dogs. Is there like it's not that much, like $65 in North Carolina for a dog that size.
Someone told me just buy a one of those things out of
you should not
PetSmart, a clipper.
No, you should not do that. Because she's in extreme situations. You want a professional to cut her ass. Like tell that professional what she's going to be going through and how her hair should be. You know what I mean?
I really want her hair not as low, but low enough, just like her paw, like where her paws is, but a little bit taller.
Man, it's lots of heavy coat to be carrying around. The goddamn, look at her. She's on the concrete, man. You know that the concrete holds that fucking heat in too, especially that brick wall behind
She'd
you.
love the grass right now. I bet the moisture. Yeah. Of the grass.
Oh yeah, it's good. Man, it's tough. You're in a tough life, Jose, and to a lot of us, you look like you're like 15, 16, and so it's weird. It's a weird dichotomy. And you say you're 30. I believe you're 30. That's fine. You had loving parents, and maybe you were just doing this by choice, and I might be wrong. It could be worse.
But did Jose? Was that really your parents' house, or were you like one of them? You know those people that like bring in a third, and they have to be like their mistress or whatever. What's that called when it's a male? Not a mistress, but a like. What's that called?
I can't tell you any kind of information though, but you talking about a swinger?
Non-disclosure, right? You signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, I signed that. Of course. See, I can't even tell a lie, dude. If I tell a lie, I start laughing.
So that really wasn't your parents' house. That was the fucking place that you lived at. That you were like the mister, or not the mistress, but the mister.
No, that part.
And you signed a non-disclosure, so you can't talk about it. But you played off that that's your mom and dad's house.
I can play off anything.
So can we just get the truth?
I could say all this you're seeing is green screen. That's a perfect green screen. See, look, woohoo!
Yeah. You're left-handed?
Yes, that's what I jerk off with.
Right. All right,
Come
fellas.
on, I had to throw that pun.
No,
Hey,
it's perfect. You guys were
peace
great.
out. Good job, buddy. I tried. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Time because I gotta go. I've got to finish making this fucking steak because my mother-in-law cut her fingy.
Wish you the best.
Some potatoes. So thank you both for coming on here, man, and doing this. Honestly, man, anytime you ever want to come on, just pop up and I'll let you on both of you. Okay. Thank you both for putting up with each other and trying to work some of it out. And maybe we didn't, maybe we did, but you tried. So I appreciate it. All right. I appreciate it, Jose. I'll be watching you, man, and don't copy strike me.
What?
No, you don't want to copy strike me, man. It's all in fun. All in fun.
It was a joke.
I'll be watching you.
It was content.
Yeah, hey, yes, content. I like it. I like it. All right, homie. Be good, man. Be safe tonight. Go live if you want to, man. I got to go eat and do some shit. And I'm going to come back on. I'm not coming live. I'm going to come back on and look and see if anybody else is, though. So if you do, I might pop on your stream.
Yeah.
So
I was thinking about doing it. But I was also thinking about it's a waste of money to pay for this, though.
Yeah, I know there's ways around it, but I can't talk about it right now because I got to hurry up and go make this dinner.
Yeah.
Everybody's
It's
hungry.
a waste of money to pay for it.
I know
you don't get anything else.
You get more emails and just use up different email addresses. You can do it that way. But I just went ahead and paid for it because I had the extra money at the time. So I'm gonna keep doing it as many times as I can. So
yeah,
but, I'm gonna go back and read this chat that I missed all of the chat. Even if nobody goes live after we eat. So me and my wife and my mother-in-law still haven't eaten. So we gotta eat. All right, y'all. Thanks, Jose. Go live, man. Later. All right. Thank you very much for showing up, showing butt. Show butt. Thanks for showing butt. If you didn't, thanks for not showing butt. It's been the Good Job Buddy Show, and this is what we're going to do. We're just going to hang out and have some good times and talk and try to unite and not divide. That's really the new direction. So what else can I be? All apologies.